What up, Rifters? Better say what's up.
Oh, hi.
We are making a Riftbound super casual, keyword is casual, emphasize on casual, tier list of set 2. Now, I know what the tier list is kind of looking like for set 2 since it's been playing in China, and how that's going to look like, or probably what it's going to look like when it comes out to the West. My fiance, on the other hand, has no idea who's good, who's not good. So she's going to be ranking these strictly on vibes, hopefully on their abilities and kind of like a quick rundown, and maybe take a look at like certain synergies and whatever, but not go too deep about each legend. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 legends. I'm going to be using this tier list over here. At the end, we'll probably look at like a highly rated tier list or a popular tier list, and kind of compare the two. So, first one we're looking at, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. We're looking at Rumble. You see it all right? Should I zoom in?
Yes. I can see it.
Rumble says your mechs have shield, +1 while they're defending. And I'm going to run over the tier list. S, I'll give like a little rundown of what tier lists look like. S usually means like 1 or 2 decks are the best. 1 or 2 legends are the absolute best. Like they're in the bracket of their own. A is kind of like really, really good. B is like, okay, you'll do fine if you pick them up. C is like, you're going to have to put in some work to really make them like decent. And D is almost like, don't even try to bother. So that's kind of what it looks like. S is usually like 1 or 2.
Okay.
Okay.
What do mechs mean?
Mechs, they have this keyword here where like it'll be on their little card here. So it's like a little archetype. So this mech would get the bonus from
Okay.
from
So it's
the
like
Rumble.
a unit.
Yeah, it's
but
like
it has to have the
yes,
label mech.
they need to have the mech label on them to get the benefit.
Okay.
So
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, hold up.
And the colors are red and blue. And now, once again, she doesn't have a big knowledge on like the cards that have came out in set 2 in regards to like what is popular or strong. We're just going based off of vibes, what we see on the face of these legends.
Okay. I think this guy, Rumble, should be B.
B? Okay.
Yeah, I think that because that's definitely a pack that you could easily kind of put together for him, depending on the label mechs you were saying. So I think it's
Okay.
something that could be done too. I think it could be done pretty easily as well. But I don't think it's going to be one that will really help you win tournaments. So that's what I'm putting
Okay.
B.
Cool. Up next, so we have down here, I can just tell from the art in that little corner, we got Ezreal. Out reaction speed. Yeah, blue purple. Kind of like a spell slinger. Out reaction speed, draw 1. But you can only draw this one if you chosen an enemy unit with abilities or like abilities count as like unit abilities, spell abilities. Or if you don't choose units, you can choose gear. And his colors are blue, purple, mind, chaos.
D. No, not D. Sorry, C. Because, yeah, I think you could make a deck out of him, but right off the bat, you're losing me a little bit with what you're saying. So I just know this is already going to be too complicated for me to comprehend. I could comprehend it, but it's going to take some work. That's why I say C.
Okay, C. Alright. Okay, shout out to one of my homies I built this deck for. Emperor of the Sands, Azir. Your Sand Soldiers have Weapon Master. So let's look up Sand Soldiers. This is a Sand Soldier. So they're like kind of like Victor recruits, but instead of 1 might, they have 2. Okay. And then he has an ability. Tap 1, exhaust 1 rune, exhaust Azir. You can play a Sand Soldier to your base, but only if you've played equipment this turn. So, equipment is
Okay.
new, but something like this is equipment, or it stays on the field forever unless you can, unless your opponent can remove it. So on like my turn, if I have 2 runes up, I can play this for one rune, right? And then use my other rune to summon that sand soldier because I played an equipment that turn. And then to explain what Weapon Master does, when a unit has Weapon Master, you can equip one of the equipment in your base straight to them for 1 less power. So this is new in this set. This is like brand new. So like if I have this blade here, this is a good example, and I have a unit, like I had Victor, and I have this blade. If I want to put this blade on Victor, I need to recycle 1 body rune, 1 orange rune, just to put it on him. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes. So that means that for Weapon Masters, instead of paying this 1, they just put it on them right when they come down, because it's 1 less. So then this is like 0, yeah.
I think that's gonna be a C.
C?
Same thing as I said for Ezreal. Same thing.
Now,
there's a lot of logistics involved for this.
When people make tier lists, they usually, like, if they're in the same tier, they usually will order it from better to worse, left to right. So the one on the left is better. Do you think Azir is better than Ezreal, or Ezreal better than Azir?
Azir is better.
Okay.
I think partly because I have some knowledge of playing with the tokens.
Oh, okay.
So I'm kind of like, oh, okay, I see the vision.
Yes.
But
her main deck is a Victor deck.
I was lost a little.
We have Draven.
This one.
When you win a combat, draw 1.
When you win a combat. Ooh.
And winning you don't have to deal damage to win. So if I push you back and we start the combat and we're like brawling, and I push you back and I don't fight you, I just like, all right, you're too scary for me, and push you back, I still win that combat.
It kind of reminds me of Darius. Not really Darius.
He's Darius' brother.
That's why I'm thinking of. Okay. Because I think you told me about this, that they were brothers.
Yeah, they're both like...
Before. And I forgot about that.
Burly, crazy, in the army type people.
Okay, I think this is A. And because I think the ways in which you could... go back to what he does again?
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah, I think this would be a character you could just quickly keep drawing from, which would really give you the upper hand, I think. And I can see somebody winning a tournament with this guy.
You think so? It's A?
No, I think it's A. I don't think he's like...
You don't think he's the...
I don't think he's like the best of the best.
Yeah.
Like top 2, right? I don't think he's in top 2. But I can see him like winning tournaments every now and again.
Oops. Yep. Okay, legit. We're gonna go to Renata. When you or an ally holding is after you conquer, and then it comes back to you. If your unit is still there, that's a hold. You can exhaust her to play a gold gear. Exhausted. Gold gear is new. They're the ones that add power. So instead of recycling, you can kill a gold gear instead. Right? So you don't have to get rid of your runes, just get rid of the gold. It's any color you want. So if I need to pay for, 2 blue to recycle, I can just kill 2 gold and keep my runes. Okay? And then she has a little bonus effect. If your score is within 3 points of winning, your gold, when you kill it, gives you 1 energy, like tapping 1 rune. So they give you a power and a rune.
So they give you like a bonus.
Yes.
That's crazy towards the end. I like her a lot. I say she's also A.
A? Okay, she looks cool. She has the same colors as Victor, blue and yellow. So she gets those Victor color.
Wow, so can you imagine playing her and the fox together?
Yes. Fox is quite good. Okay.
They'd be a good team.
We have Fiora. She is yellow-orange, body order. When one of your units becomes mighty, you may exhaust her, so it's a once per turn, to channel 1 rune exhausted. So you get to get some runes for next turn ready. So in card games, it's called ramping. And mighty, for example...
Is that you add gear to it or something?
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's one way to become mighty. So she's at 4, but you become mighty when you break at least... when you're at least 5 might. So there's like cards where you can buff something, boom, you're mighty. And the moment you become mighty, you can turn her, exhaust her, and get that bonus of that 1 rune.
Oh, okay. I think she's B.
B? Oh, oopsies. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think she's better than Rumble or worse?
Ooh. I think she's better.
Okay.
Yeah, you really need those runes. So I think she is good.
Okay. Next we have Severe Battle Mistress. She is Body Chaos. When you recycle a rune, you can exhaust her to play a gold gear. So, if you're recycling a rune, you're going down in your runes, like you have less runes for next turn. But she's kind of saying like, hey, here's a refund, kind of. Play a gold gear. And then she's saying when 1 or more enemy units die, she comes back up. So you can use her multiple times in a turn.
Oh, man. Yeah. I see how she can be beneficial. But right off the bat, this is not going to sound good, but D maybe.
D?
I know. She might actually be really good, but just right off the bat, I'm thinking D.
Okay. We're getting there. More than halfway.
She looks cool.
Irelia Blade Dancer. So she has the same colors as Yasuo, where like you move around a lot. She's a little complicated in attack. So when you choose a friendly unit, you can turn Irelia, recycle any rune to ready it. So
you're saying you could play units and they could be coming in ready?
Yes. If you play a unit and they come in exhausted, and then you play this card, Discipline, everyone knows this card, you can then, you're choosing a unit, right? It says give a unit, so you're choosing that unit, and in that unit that came in exhausted, you can now use Irelia's ability to ready it. Kind of like an accelerate.
So you can just keep playing her.
Right, but
for 1 round.
But when you do that, you have to exhaust her. When you choose that option, when you choose a friendly unit, you may exhaust me and pay 1 power to ready it.
Then you can ready her again.
Yes, if you conquer, you can exhaust 1 rune and then ready her.
I think she's S tier.
S
Number
tier.
1.
Number 1.
I think because number 1, she looks amazing, very badass, and then number 2. I think that could be something that's very beneficial to just keep. I know you're not constantly readying, but especially in certain parts of the game, when you're at 6 or 7 points, being able to ready those units at the end would be very beneficial.
Just swinging in.
Yeah, and you could possibly do her twice in 1 round.
Multiple times if you have enough energy for it.
Okay.
We got next Ornn, Fire
like
Below the...
Like a buff bunny.
He does look like a buff bunny. I think this is terrible art of him. But he's saying, reaction, exhaust me, add 1 power. So you can react to add 1 power if you are playing to play gear. So like if he wants to play this cape, he can cut down 1 of these power because he's adding that power, so you don't have to recycle 1. Does that make sense?
Not really. Sorry.
So if I'm paying the 4 and I need to pay 2 power here, like recycle 2 colors. Either they can be both green, both blue, whatever combination I want with this symbol. Orin is saying, hey, since you're playing a gear, cut the cost down by 1. Tap me. I'll pay for that power. Does that make sense? So instead of 2, I'm just paying 1.
I think he's C.
C.
Yeah.
In any order? Do you think he's better than Azir, better than Ezreal?
I think he's the last.
Yes. That is fair. Okay. We got Jax up next. This one's probably the best looking art out of all of them for the bonus cards.
He looks a little scary, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like his face.
He's got a mask on, but yeah.
Oh.
So Jax, Grandmaster at Arms, he's super equipment heavy. He's saying that for 1 rune and tapping myself exhausts me. If you have detached equipment that you have on your field, you can put it on a unit you control. So here, for example, you need to pay 1 and a power to equip. He's telling you, hey, don't pay that power. Just pay 1 rune. He's kind of discounting that equip. But then he also has another ability if you choose to do the other one. If you have an equipment on someone, you can just exhaust me and put that equipment on someone else. So he can bounce equipment around, which is kind of relevant because in this new set, cards, if your unit has an equipment on it, you cannot take it off of them unless they die or you have a special ability that allows you to take them off.
Maybe. Oh man, I'm stuck between C and B. Who is in B again?
B is Fiora. When someone becomes mighty, you can ramp up some runes.
Oh yeah.
And then it's Rumble, who's the mech person or mech.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put him at C. Second spot in C.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We got Rek'Sai, red, yellow, Void Burrow. When you conquer, you can exhaust her and reveal the top 2 cards of your deck from the top of your deck, and you can play one of them. So you don't have to play from your hand. You can have a humongous hand and just play these from the top of the deck. And she has, bonuses where it's like, hey, if you look at the top, she has cards in her color. So it's like, if you look at the top, I'm discounted, stuff like that.
I think S.
S.
Yeah. She sounds really cool.
I keep dragging it over there.
And, I mean, who doesn't like fishing?
Yes.
I guess, is that fishing?
That's kind of fish. That's fishing.
Okay.
For anyone watching, fishing is a term I use when I play my baited hook deck. So I always say I'm going fishing. She is now caught on. All right, last one is the goat. He should be in a tier of his own, probably Z tier. Comment if you agree. Lucian Purifier, your equipment each give assault. So when this is equipped on someone, I'll get +2 to my unit. But then when I attack into someone, I'm going to get +1 bonus for each equipment on them. So technically this would be like +3 into the +2.
I think I'm going to put B. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, any order?
Maybe in between those 2 cards. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm going to pause. Okay, we're back. Shout out to Riftbound Meta YouTube channel. I'm referencing this video because of the reason that we're only specifically looking at set 2. I know that the sets and the meta has been developing, and that's obviously you're not kicking set 1 to the curb. There's still like set 1 legends making good use of set 2 and everything, and how the meta revolves around that. But this was another early video by Riftbound meta around the end of November in regards to set 2 and how good they might be, and we're kind of comparing it just because my partner here is super casual when it comes to Riftbound, so she's just vibing when she goes to locals together with me and her, and just taking a look at the difference of tier list here. And first off, they both put Rek'Sai in the top tier. Draven is high up there, and so is Irelia, which is really interesting. So they have it flip-flopped. Riftbound meta has Azir up there, which is a pretty big difference. It also has Ornn, Jax, and Fiora up there. Ornn and Jax are quite far from the second tier, but Fiora is pretty close. Seems like she almost made it to A tier, being the best in B tier for her. And then Riftbound meta here is saying that unsure they'll be that good or bad. And those three are Lucian, which she kind of has Lucian as well. Ezreal does not have Ezreal. Severe and Renata. Renata for her made it in the second highest tier. And then we have, what's the big difference here? Oh, the Severe. The Severe is D for her. And the Rumble is 1 tier lower for Riftbound meta. So from a quick glance, I think people were keen on the Rek'Sai being good. I think everyone kind of can read Irelia and assume that she'll be pretty good. Draven will be pretty good. And I think everyone else was really hard to gauge because it's new mechanics. Maybe not Fiora, because we've seen Mighty in the first set. So seeing Fiora in like B to A tier makes sense. Azir is just so different. So with Jax and Ornn, so it's hard to gauge those. And I know people have been high on Ornn, low on Ornn. But yes, I think that these are not extremely far off. And I think a lot of people would not heavily disagree with a lot of this stuff. One thing that I will pull up is this. So we're going back to now the tournament results, which a little hard to interpret in regards to because there's set 1 in these tournaments. But out of 64 people, and I'll explain this to my partner here, out of 64 people, like the top 64 best players that placed the highest, 37 were Draven.
Where did I put him?
A tier. It's been to the point where Draven is probably likely should not even be an S tier. He should probably be above S tier.
Why?
He's the most played deck, and he always usually ends up winning in China. The second most played deck was Irelia. 13 people out of the 64 played Irelia. So that's pretty spot on that Irelia was up there for you. And then we see a lot of 1 singles. After that, it was just 1 of Leona, Azir, Severe, Victor, Rek'Sai, Fiora, Kai'Sa. We saw 1 Kai'Sa, which is a big change because Kai'Sa was probably one of the best last season. But then what people like to look at stat-wise is look at the top 8 and see the top 8 players that made it. 6 of them were Draven. 1 was Irelia, 1 was Ezreal, and 1 was Fiora. It was Draven versus Fiora in the latest tournament, which I believe ended today, 1/25/2026, and Draven ended up winning, but Fiora got pretty close against Draven. So overall, just some crazy yapping of like tournament results that if you're a casual player, play what you want, have fun, go to your locals, doesn't matter. If there's not a lot of prizing on the line, you're going to have fun. I know that we do at our locals. Shout out Speeda. But how do you think you did as a casual?
As like just ranking them?
Yeah, just going off of vibes, and you didn't even know like
I
their
think I did
units they
pretty
have, the
good.
spells they had, the new cards they get to play with. You just read their base ability. Yeah, I think you did pretty good too. Honestly,
Yeah. I
pretty
think
pretty
also
shocking.
some of it is definitely also someone's like opinion. Um I think my opinion probably isn't the best. I mean, I know you said I'm casual. I play Victor mostly, and I really like the idea of, building that token, building all the tokens up, and then the army. And then one that I haven't played in a long time, but I really enjoyed as well was Lux. I think I just enjoyed a lot of the spell casting. So I think for I think maybe that's where like my opinion would be a little skewed, just because I have a few favorites. But yeah, I think
Yes.
I picked out some that were it looks they're pretty good. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe somebody can cook up a really good deck for
Yes, don't lose
something
hope.
that's on a lower
Um,
deck. I have a lot of faith in Rek'Sai, so
yeah, I mean one Rek'Sai made it to top 64. Two
I think she's
victors
my
made it to
favorite.
top 64.
Yeah, I think Rek'Sai is my favorite.
So, once these cards come out to the west, things might change, and we'll see how that goes. Like, maybe people will figure out how to beat the trade. So don't give up. If you're jumping from casual to competitive, and if you're also casual, don't worry. Just go to your locals, build what you can, have fun. Don't take it too seriously. Play what you enjoy. As you guys know from my YouTube channel and all my videos, I am going to be one-tricking Lucian. Let us know what type of video we should do. We'll be aiming for some pre-release gameplay footage / practice. My partner and I still need to practice that in terms of building a deck for pre-release because we're signed up for 3. Don't know how many we're gonna make, but get that practice in so she could, rob some people off of some wins, get some more packs, get some better pricing. Anyways, everyone, thank you all for watching.